What is good, rookies? Welcome to our round 11 review. Before we jump into it, some special things to announce this week. I will be joining none other than the Squadfather on most likely a Wednesday night stream. You can see the status here. We're making a run for 1,000 subs. So if you want to get involved, you want to see a great panel go through some chaotic trades and absolute value trade-ins for under 500k. Make sure you come hang out. We are only a merely 140 subs away from 1,000, so it would be really awesome to hit that. Again, buy rounds have been the play for the whole time. Really looking forward to this as well. There's a lot of big things happening this week. So let's just get into it. We can see the details below. Not too bad, considering the chaos that was this week with the Simpson injury, Marshall going downhill. Obviously, we had Horny Man and McRae out. Some duds like Newcomb, who refuse to play well. Hockball's dead. I just hate Newcomb at the moment. A lot of chaos. Again, I feel like this has been a very chaotic season. Reed went down. Sard's gone down in the VFL. There's just a lot of things going on. So, we went up 500 spots, top 3%. We didn't see red, so that's probably the main thing here. Going into buy rounds, there's a lot to think about and a lot to talk about. So, let's get into the review to see where we're at and how we can move forward. All right, so considering how wild some of these scores are, we're going to have to fix something here. You know what time it is. Time for the hat. We're going to have to figure out something here. So overall, let's just have a look at our team. Sinclair, chef's kiss. Zorko, absolute pig. Holmes, we kind of knew he was going to have a massive game. Awesome stuff. Sheasel, Clarko can just... I don't know why they're persisting with this. It's not good. It's not influential. Sheasel apparently loves playing this role, but doesn't know how to play the role. Robert to 90, we take this as our D6. Totally fine. Our bench... okay, I guess. Sard apparently did a hemi in the VFL, so that's awesome. Midfield-wise, our pod in Richards, 140, absolutely amazing. Dunkley, a 95, which isn't like worst-case scenario. But just, again, when Neil has the ability to go nuts in games, we're just seeing that Dunkley is the one that takes a hit. Again, nothing horrible here. He's not a concern at this point, but is what it is. Green, we did end up bringing in Green instead of Heaney. Now, the reason being is the run. I thought he would do better against Carlton, but end up having Hewitt on his hip for basically the whole game. But again, just the run looks a little bit nicer. He's got Richmond or West Coast. He's got Gold Coast, Richmond, West Coast, Essendon, North, Gold Coast again. Decent run. Now, we were going to go Heaney, and I still think Heaney was a fine option. Ended up going like 110-ish. So, fair enough. Shera, 122. Just an amazing pick that he's been. Newcomb, absolute worst pod I've ever picked or ever traded in. I want to get rid of him so badly, but he only copped a fine for that body slam that he did as a tackle. So, I'm glad that he's playing this week because we kind of need it, and hopefully he has some form of a bounce-back game. Ashcroft, baby Ashcroft has done wonders as a rookie, so... very happy to see that. And Lindsay as well. Very, very solid. Now, we ended up taking Moraes. We had to force the Simpson on field, who I think all of us kind of thought that he would be fine, but injuries do happen, and it's a freak accident. They're just unfortunate there. But we ended up taking Moraes as 55. We did hear that Boxall was sub, so easy take there, and Lindsay just had a good game as well. And we can see, look at our VC and Cs for the weeks. We took Smith for our VC. I actually was thinking the day of, damn, give it a revenge game. Maybe Libba spend some time on him. Maybe there's a bit of pressure. He just doesn't meet it. I think Holmes is going to go nuts. And he did. He did very, very well at GMHBA. So I think I was going to have the spike game that was Smith. So I took the risk there and a captain on Sherry. Again, wasn't sure how to read Gawn. Obviously had like a 181 projection, which was never really going to happen. But a 153 is absolutely amazing. So, so good. But again, a 126 from Sherry for our captain, you absolutely take that. So, very, very solid. Our forward line, we had some ups and downs. So our primos did everything. Rankin, again, is just very frustrating. Had a horrible start to the game. Clangers, just all this sort of stuff. Track, awesome game. Smith and Daniel, all really good. Our rookies, just not great. Cleary, only a 40. Like, he's been a problem now. Simpson, obviously, nothing at all. And then we had AJ over here doing absolutely nothing. And Warner on 84 as well. So, like, it's just a few little things that missed the mark here. So with this all in mind, I really can't complain too much. We saw a rise in rank, which is probably all that we really want to see. And we now start the buy rounds. So these blue dots, if you're not familiar, are indicators that that player is on a buy and not playing. And we have a few. So the ones we can do something about instantly is not a lot. We've got pretty much 3 players here, including McRae, that aren't playing. Daniel's not playing, and our forward line's okay. Like, we can find coverage here. Sheasel, again, is a problem. I don't like the role. I kind of want to move him on. But ultimately here, again, Moraes seems to be a decent rookie. He's nothing crazy, though. So we could try to see what we can make work here. Obviously, Clark, a debut for Essendon, had a really good game. Again, we're just really, really loaded up there. Like, is there anyone that we can do here? It might just be we grab a 99k rookie, for example. So I think a few might be considering the play of getting in a 99k rookie, mid-season draft player, just to open up some cash. So if we open up 129, and we move this on, let's say we bring this down to a Clark, for example, who's actually playing, because we actually do want some cover. So if we do this, because then we can get Clark to cover Sheasel. Not that I really want to keep Sheasel. But if we do something like this, right, what can we do with this sort of flow? Well, we can move, say, why is it not letting me do my second trade? There's a third trade here that it's not letting me do for some reason. Interesting. Give me a minute, ladies and gentlemen. What is going on here? There we go. Odd. So with this money in the bank, so now we've got $200 that we can throw on top of anyone. What can we get? So we can swing a few people around. Oh, we can swing Ashcroft there. Who can we get in at 450? Not really anyone. Who can we get in as a defender? We can get in a Stewie. We can get a Rioli. Can we get Stewie at this price? What is Stewie? Not that we really want to grab Stewie because we can't really afford the buy. We can get Stewie. But we're loading up in that buy too much with Green and Whitfield and all that fun stuff. So there's a few considerations to be made here, as in how do we want to play this? The main thing is we just have people playing. So we could trade Moraes, for example. We have a look at like rookies that are available. We can swing Johnson there and bring in like a Campbell Gray, who seems to be playing for now. Obviously, with Bolter being a threat, you never know. We may be forced to hold Cleary one more, which is actually annoying because he's got a break even in the, I think it's a 51 now or 61. Shocking. Absolutely shocking. But like, one missing from there is fine. One missing from our ruck line's fine. But we have 3 missing in our midfield. And we don't have any cover for our back line. So 3 trades to make something happen. What can we do here? Now, let's just say, for example, we wanted to move on McRae because we don't actually think he's a keeper. So now we can bring in some absolute slogs as keepers. So what do we want to do? Players we can afford. Now, there was Dacos, who is now 536. He's still got a high-ish break even, so he still can lose some more money. My white polar bear of a dog, which you cannot see as being an absolute nuisance. But we can grab a Dacos, who does help our buy structure. And then we've got 600k to bring in a defender. Now, do we want to bring in a defender, though? Who would we bring in? I'd probably bring in a Naz, if I'm being honest. And that leaves us with 90k. Now, if we do something like this, where it's purely sideways, we're copping 1, 2, 3, 4 out of the buy, which is fine. that works for us. And it means I can VC like a Whitfield or a Green ideally. I wonder who, I think Whitfield might go off. But again, maybe Green. I don't know. Whitfield scares me with that role. Does it stick? Does it not stick? But this is something we could play with. The consideration is, do we want to get rid of Sheasel? That's really the main consideration here. As I said, we're in the hat because it's getting wild. I'm not really sure where the trades will sit because I don't like having to sideways. Like if I could just get some cover from rookies. So for example, we could move Marias down to Clark or a Campbell Gray. We'll go Clark. I don't expect Clark to do this every week, but let's just say for now it's Clark. Then Clark comes in for Sheasel. Bang, we've got cover. We're good. We're Gucci. Now, what about our midfield, though? We need something to change here. Now, I still don't think McRae is a keeper at this point. Like, it's a hot take. I know. I still don't see it. The 70s is a roller coaster, and we have too many of them. Now, we could move McRae down to someone like a Rao. So if we have a look at someone like a Rao. Now, Rao's crazy. I know. However, he's cheap. That still gives us 146 to do something with. Now, I don't like the idea of moving McRae to Rao, but then it also gives us the ability to move something here and make something happen out of nothing. Ideally, so let's just say we move Warner back into here, we move Cleary up. Who have we got around this price point that we can look at? We've got a Toby Green, which is wild. We've got Keys, that's wild. We've got a Moore. Why don't I don't hate it. I don't hate Moore. He's been pretty trash lately, not gonna lie. But that's not horrible. Berry went nuts. I don't think that's a play. Hardiman, rookie. Doherty on the bye. Rochelle hasn't been too bad. He's been quietly pretty good with Crouch out. Okay, I take that back. don't listen to me. I saw Atkins. People talk about Atkins, but again, on the bye. There's nothing really crazy here that's going to make a case for us. O'Halloran is one to watch, but there's just too many outs at the moment to really know if that role's going to stick. Like, it's too early. We can get a Briggs in. I actually don't mind a Briggs play. Against a potentially arrested Nank. Outside of the 4 games, but again, it's just not looking great. There's a few different ways we can go here. Who's got the average? I don't like this at all. Do we get into Flynn? Just cause? What's he been doing? Oh god, 46. That's an easy no. Toby Green's a weird shout. I mean, like, O'Driscoll, if he plays, isn't a horrible shout. I'll see a lot of people wanting to grab a Call-If. Negative 22 could be a cash play. He's played 3 games. That's actually not too bad, actually. Brad will kill me. Supercoach Pro will kill me for that. Yeah, look, there's a few different things to consider this week on how poor we can use the cash. Again, you can go more if you trust him to turn it around. You can go Philippou, but he hasn't been blowing anything out of water there either. Yeah, really interesting. What's the so he's got Nank. I don't know why, but I'm really interested in Briggs at the price. Nank, then like Visitini or Sweet. Then it gets tough, but then it gets easier. And he's got, yeah. Don't know. I don't know. Who's got more cash? I don't want to hold Cleary. What else can we do here? We can move. I don't want to move on these guys either. Man. What can we do? That's literally it. It's literally Cleary out because he's going to bleed the most cash. Let's see what we can make happen here. I'm just gonna pick someone for the moment. I'm still stacked in this buy, but we'll see what happens. I'm gonna call it for now. Actually gives us 100k as well to work with. So this is like disgusting, absolutely disgusting. But if it's what we need to do, Because it's best 18 now. So we only have 1, 2, 3, 4 missing. And we get rid of we hold Sheasel and hope that he turns it around. But again, it's not, I don't know if I trust it. It's purely because after this bye, North have West Coast. Like it opens up a little bit for them. Then they've got Freo. And then they got Carlton. Then Hawks, who are in shambles. Like it could turn around just a little bit nicer. And then, yeah, it's looking a bit tricky. Anyway, that's my early trade thoughts. We're not going to go too much into depth. We're going to save that for our trade talk video. I've already spoken for 15 minutes. 5 minutes too long in my case. It's just a quick review. But we're going to go through all these details to see how things work out for the team. Let me know how you guys went down below. Did you go up in rank? Did you go down in rank? Are you holding Sheasel? Are you trading Sheasel? Are you scared for bye rounds? How are you looking for your round 12 bye? Because I'm scared. I will tell you right now, I'm scared. Scared for my life. I'm going to get robbed. Robbed right in front of me of my increasing rank momentum. And also, as a PSA as well, there will be no After Dark this week. I will be away for the weekend, so I also have a buy round for Supercoach After Dark. Horrible timing. But no, we'll be back for round 13 with Supercoach After Dark. So look forward to that. There'll be, again, live streams on Wednesday. Catch myself doing a road to 1K. Make sure you guys get involved on that. And before you leave, make sure you give a like and subscribe. Catch you in the next one.